I'm Kip Clark. I'm an advanced clinical massage therapist and specialist in the treatment of chronic pain conditions. And today I was going to talk about rehabilitation exercises you can do to help with shoulder impingement syndrome, which is quite a common problem where the supraspinatus tendon gets impinged between this bit of bone here, the acromion, which is the corner of your shoulder blade, and the top of the humerus here. So we're going to talk you through some stretches and strengthening exercises for that. This also may help with general shoulder stiffness if you've got a stiff, achy shoulder, and also anterior shoulder pain, pain in the front of the shoulder, possibly biceps tendonitis. People who should avoid these exercises, people with frozen shoulder won't be able to do a lot of the exercises unless it's on the road to recovery, then they'd be quite suitable. And if you've got a particularly unstable shoulder that's had a more serious rotator cuff injury or ligament injury, then check with a physiotherapist before you do them. Okay, so the first exercise, we're going to do an external rotation of the shoulder. I'm using a blue TheraBand, but generally speaking, a woman would probably want to use a light TheraBand, which is yellow, or if they're quite strong, maybe a medium, which is red. A man may want to use a red, which is medium, or a green, which is heavy. Okay, right, so what I'm going to do here is while I'm doing this exercise, I've got to make sure my chest is open, my shoulders are down. I'm going to hold this with the thumb up, knuckles forward. And what I'm trying to do is obviously it's tied to a post here. You can pin it against your other hip if that's easier for you. And what you're trying to do is move the knuckles around to rotate the shoulder out, but you're just keeping your elbow by your side. You're not twisting into it with your body, leaning out or anything. Elbow stays by your side, and you just move your knuckles around behind you. Okay, so try and keep the body still. I'm going to do 15 of these, but you might want to start doing 10 and build up to about 20. Making sure you're not twisting into it. Just going as far as you can without moving the body. Make sure your shoulder's not coming up or forward, back and down. Okay, so have a brief rest. I'm going to do 2 sets of them. Okay, I'll do another set. Okay, so that's 2 sets of 15. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do, this time we're going to stand on the band. So obviously I'm exercising the left shoulder, so I'm going to stand on the band with my left foot just to pin it, and then I'm just going to raise. This time we're going to have our knuckles up facing the ceiling, so thumb forward, and we're going to just raise our knuckles towards the ceiling, just to about that high, so not till it's level with the floor. We're not lifting up to shoulder height, we're lifting up to just below shoulder height. And if you you do start to feel a pinch, if you start to feel a pinch in here, like it might be pinching the tendon, then don't go any higher. It will probably be difficult for you to do because the muscle will be weakened, which is okay. But if you actually feel it's pinching, then you only want to go up as high as that level because you don't want to pinch the tendon anymore. Okay, so standing on it with my left foot, again, shoulders back and down, forward, and I'm just lifting the knuckles up. And what I'm not doing is using the body to lever the arm up. I'm just moving the arm up of its own accord, keeping the shoulder down, not raising it, just to isolate the correct muscles. Again, I'm going to do 15, but you might want to start doing 10 and build up to doing maybe 20. Keeping the arms straight. Again, don't raise the knuckles too high, so you're pinching the tendon. Okay, I'll just have a brief rest between sets. Alright then, so stand on that band again. And again, just lifting the knuckles up towards the ceiling to about 20 centimetres maybe below shoulder height. Okay, that's the shoulder abduction. Okay, now we're going to extend the shoulder. So this one, we're still going to stand on the band on the left foot again, thumb forward. So I've got my knuckles facing the camera, and all we're going to do this time is just move the arm back as far as we can, as far as is comfortable. So I'll stand on that, and I'm just going to bring straight back. Again, making sure I don't twist into it with the body. You're just keeping the shoulder still, moving the arm. The temptation will be to use other parts of the body to make the movement easier. Keeping the shoulder down and back. Try not to raise it. Try not to do this. Okay, so that's 15. Can start about 10 and build to 20. Okay. Right. Okay, so that's a shoulder extension. exercise where we're going to be using the wall, and this is basically in shoulder impingement syndrome. Often the person suffering is doing something where they're continuously putting their arm up in the air and pinching this tendon, be it a sport or their work. However, what you can do is if you keep the chest open and the shoulder blade pull down the back, you can actually open up the gap between these two bits of bone to free up the tendon and mean it gets impinged less. So generally when you're working, make sure you're keeping the chest open, shoulders down, and your shoulder blades pulled down your back, because that will open this area. Whereas often people are working with the chest closed and the shoulder down, pinching that. If you correct your posture, opens it up a bit. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to basically put the hand of my affected shoulder on the wall, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep my chest open and my shoulders down. I'm going to gradually creep up the wall with my fingertips, pulling my shoulder blade down into my back pocket, pulling my shoulder blade down here to engage the lower traps and the serratus muscles, and we're only going to go up as high as we start to feel the discomfort and the pinching, and then that's as high as we go. Okay, and we'll do 5 of these. So start, put my hands against the wall, elbows a bit below shoulder height, and we're doing the left hand. So my elbow just slightly away from the wall. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull my shoulder blade, keep my chest open, pull my shoulder blade in and down with my chest open, and just creep up the wall. Making sure I'm pulling down all the time. Just up to about there, and I'll come back down again. So I'm only going up to about that sort of height when the tendon will start to be pinched, and then just coming down, just to retrain my shoulder to be in a good position when I'm doing work above shoulder height. Really working, you should be really feeling the muscles around here, here and here, pulling that shoulder blade in and down. That's coming down this direction, shoulder blade down this direction. Okay, so we've done 5. We'll just have a brief rest, then do another 5. This is a good one to do daily. Another good one to do daily is the pendular exercise with a weight we're going to do in a sec, as well as all the stretches. The other strengthening exercises with the band, maybe start doing every other day. So we've got the forearms about shoulder width apart, so they're not coming in, they're just a comfortable distance apart. Really pulling that in and down. fingers up slowly. Don't do it quickly to make it easy. Only do it as fast as you can comfortably hold that shoulder in. Okay, so we've done 2 sets of 5. You might want to start doing just 3 of the exercises. The muscles around the shoulder blade and the lower traps are likely to be very weak, so it might take a bit of time. Okay, next exercise we're going to do, we're going to use a weight that's about 1 or 2 kilograms. You might want to use a 2-pipe carton of milk is about right, or anything you can grab hold of comfortably that weighs between 1 and 2 kilograms. And what we're going to do here, we're just going to lean forward, and we're just going to allow the weight to rock around, but with the shoulder completely relaxed. The trick is you're not tensing the shoulder and moving the weight around, you're relaxing the shoulder and letting the weight traction shoulder joint down and open out. So we're just going to just get yourself comfortable, and we're just going to try and do circling forward and back, left and right. And if you feel a certain direction helps free up the tendon under here more, then obviously you can do more of that. But the trick is to just try and let the shoulder relax and open out the area. And try and keep the rest of the arm relaxed, because if the whole arm's relaxed, the shoulder's more likely to be relaxed. Just half a minute or a minute of that. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do, we're just going to roll the shoulders back and down. So we're only going backwards, but we're taking them forward, up, and really pulling them down the back, into the back pockets, all the way around. So you're trying to take a nice big circle, and coming forward, up, back, and down. I'll just do 20 of these. Open the arms out a bit as they go back. This will help to free up the tendon under here. Again, try to relax them as you go around. If you feel I'm starting to move a bit easier as you keep going. to do some stretching now. First off, we're going to do the pecs. So you can, we're opening up the chest. You can use a door frame to level the arms back. Obviously, if you put either arm on either side of the door frame and lean into it like so. Obviously, I don't have a door frame here, so I'm just going to do it without. So I'm taking a breath in and leaning into the door frame to let the chest open and the shoulders drop back. But making sure the elbows are below shoulder height, slightly below shoulder height, because if you're up here, you might be pinching the tendon a bit. So any stretches doing for 30 seconds, and you don't want to do any stretches where you're putting your arm up in the air because that will pinch the tendon. And in your work, try to avoid anything non-essential which involves putting your arms up in the air. And if you do have to put your arms up in the air, remember to keep that chest open and the shoulder blades pulled into the back pockets to free up the tendon. Okay, next one, we're stretching the left, we take our head to the right. So we're going to put our hand over the top of the head, breath in, face forward, keeping that shoulder down and back, breathe out. I'm pulling the right ear to the right shoulder to stretch the left scalenes and upper traps. Shoulder back. Okay, right, so this one's going to stretch the supraspinatus, the muscle that gets the tendon impinged, and another rotator cuff called the infraspinatus. Okay, so we're bringing our arm up and over our chest, and then take a breath in, and we're pulling the elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Then trying to let the shoulder go loose, relax into it. Waiting for the muscle to release and lengthen. You can also try and pull the arm across in that direction to get a bit more of a stretch. Okay, another stretch for the supraspinatus. This one, we're just going to put our arm up behind our back like this. Try and keep the shoulder down and back and pull the arm up. So, take a breath in and breathe out. And just reaching up and back like that. Keeping that down and back. Really reaching up the back, using my other hand just to ease the muscle up. Okay, biceps. Often the biceps tendon might be impinged as well. In this exercise, you can hold onto a door frame or surface like this. And we have to have the thumb in the down position. Remember that? Hold this, thumb down. Breath in. I'm going to drop my torso down to lever the arm back. So we're trying to lever the arm back, but without leaning her torso forward, because that'll take the stretch off. Keep her torso straight to level that down. Feel it in the front of the shoulder. Okay. And you can hold on to a door frame with your thumb down, lean down for that one. Okay, Subscapularis. This one we're going to basically keep the elbow by the side, make sure the elbow doesn't drop back, and we're going to use something to lever the knuckles in that direction to open to rotate the arm out. So again, I'll use this post, but the important thing with this one is to keep the elbow by the side, and you're leaning your weight forward to lever the arm back. So breath in, supporting the elbow with my fingers to stop it dropping off my hip. And just lean in. Keep facing forwards. Don't twist into the wrist to take the stretch off the muscle. Okay, right, that's it. Remember, rehabilitation exercise alone often can't fix these problems. Often you'll need all sorts of problems in the rotator cuffs addressed, and advanced clinical massage to help free up the tendon and readdress biomechanical imbalances. And remember to see a doctor or physiotherapist if you've got any more serious shoulder pathologies. I think that's it for today. Okay.